On Steam, there is a indie game known as the Orion project. Um, it's a first-person shooter, and it has, um, I guess, it has you shooting dinosaurs, but it's not like Turok, like you're not using, you know, primitive weapons or anything like that. Like you're actually, using normal, fairly normal looking guns. Um, Now, apparently, Activision slapped them with a DMCA claim, um, basically stating that the guns look like they have been lifted directly from Black Ops 3 and slightly modified with some different coloring. Um, there have been some cases. I mean, I think I've got one up here. The one that I'm showing now looks like a gun that was basically put together from other guns in Call of Duty, like the I guess they were able to divide the model up and then just slap them together and make an original gun. There are other examples out there that show that it's the same gun from Black Ops 3. They just recolored it. But you can see all of the parts are still intact and unaltered. Um, and so far, David Prasal, who think he has to do with the game. I'm not sure what his role is as far as that goes. Um, but he has stated that they haven't done anything wrong. The game was removed from Steam with no warning. And apparently, and he's created a campaign to build off this supposed injustice. This is according to the Destructoid article on this. Maybe he's building up a legal fund to fight this. But anyway, so what's happening with this? It's one of two things. What Prasol is trying to color it as is he's trying to color it as, oh well, Activision is this huge publisher. They're just trying to stomp out the indie guys from having any chance of competing with them. And of course, Activision's position is simply, you've used our game assets. You need to remove those from the game. Now, apparently, so right now it's basically, and I think the name of the developer is Trek, and it's basically, as far as Activision and Trek goes, it's one word against the others. Apparently, they used to steal assets from other games that they were caught with. Apparently, Dino Beatdown, they took assets from that game and put it into their game called Dino Horde. So right away, this indie developer does not have a good reputation when it comes to these types of allegations. But what did you have to say?
I mean, if you did, it, you might as well just like fess up now. Like it can only get worse from here because Activision is huge, and if you're in charge of an indie developing company, chances are you probably don't have the money and resources that Activision has. So, and from what it sounds like here, I said a few members of the community have pointed out several weapons do look very close to Call of Duty guns, if not exactly the same. Like, if community members are saying that the guns do look similar, like those are the people that have been playing the game probably more, and they look at that stuff all the time. They're always like, I don't know, like not really in the sense of like game developers, but they're always like looking at their guns and like customizing them to be more efficient to, fight in the games with death matches and other things. So they're clearly looking at these guns for a very long time and pretty hard. So for people who are playing the game who didn't even like have a like hand in making it to say that these guns do look similar, if not the exact same, like that's not a you could say it's bias maybe just because they're playing the game, but I really wouldn't call it that. I'd just say it's like no, it's like they can identify the weapons just as easily as the company can. So yeah, you're using the same thing. And if they've had a history of doing this before, chances are they did it again. Um, which I don't know why you would do it. It's really not that hard to come up with original designs for guns.
No.
It's literally just like make sure there's a handle, there's a long part for the barrel, and I mean something called the Orion project. Something that comes to mind is the Ark, which is kind of like it's like dinosaurs and like you take over like a caveman looking thing, but then there's like these super advanced pillars throughout the game. Like it kind of sounds like something like that, except I don't think there are guns in the Ark. But I don't think this dude really has anything to stand on. It seems like you probably just took them and I don't know why you would fight it. Like he definitely knows. And I mean, I don't know if apologizing would help at all because I've never been in that situation. I don't know. I think was it Uncharted 4 or Uncharted 3 had like concept art for one of the was it Black not
Assassin's
Black
Creed 4, yeah.
Black Flag? Yeah,
Yeah.
like there was a photo in a bar and it was like an exact copy of
The concept art.
concept art
Yeah.
for it, and they were just like, "Hey, whoa, little red flag, that's ours." And they claim it's like, "Oh, we didn't know that. We just found a thing and we put it up there. Our bad." And like they took it off.
Yeah,
But
and I think that it was just like a painting of like a cliff and some water.
yeah, it
And
was like a beachy area with like a
yeah,
cliff going down.
I think that was definitely an honest mistake. I mean, one major publisher taking another major publisher's work, it's probably definitely an oversight. Um, this is multiple guns in the game, and they're all from similar or almost exact guns in specifically Black Ops 3. Not even multiple Call of Duty games, just one Call of Duty game.
Yeah, and especially with 3, like 3 is it's in like 2025. So a lot of the guns that they've put in there, or I think it might be further than 2025, maybe. But they're all like
They're not real.
they're futuristic guns that no one's made yet.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't. I think it would be completely different if it was like they got games, or maybe the guns look similar to like Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare, because like those guns are used now,
Right.
and like you can't say anything because then you'd have to be like you stole from like this company, which stole from this company, which stole from, and it would just go on and on until they found the first person to use those. But these are original designed guns for a futuristic war game, so you can't really hide that. Especially if you just take the original design and you just like you mix and match parts and you slap a new coat of paint and it's like, no, that's mine.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Honestly, the easiest thing for them to do at this point is just make your own guns and send out an update for the game, and that'll be that.
Yeah.
Don't go any further with this, though. Seriously.
You won't win.